Hello, 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 and welcome to any replay viewers who come in later on. My name is Josetta Tomei, and I am a transformational and holistic health coach. And so what that means is I work with women and families and teach them how to be healthier and find their imbalances and take care of themselves, and then in turn take care of their kids. And I'm a mom. I have a mom. Hey, Monifa's back. I am a mom. I have a 3-year-old child, and I have also spent 8.5 years teaching children with special needs, severe special needs. And so I was at the park yesterday, and it was not one of my first times at the park. I've been at the park a ton of times as a teacher. I used to have yard duty, which oh, hey, that's nasty. No, thank you. Ooh, that was not nice. There are, as a teacher, I used to be on yard duty, and that was not fun. Yard duty was never fun. Like, I always had so much work to do, and I had to sit and play, and my daughter's 3, like I said. Yeah, I did get them. That was not nice, was it? Man, I don't understand why there's trolls on here. Like, I didn't say anything nasty. But, so yesterday I took my daughter to the park, and it was really one of the most influential times I've had at the park in a long time. And I really don't know what it was, because I've watched kids play for years and years and been on the playground, and I myself often go and play on the playground. But for some reason yesterday I had this really significant moment or epiphany when I was at the park, and it was enlightening for me in so many ways, because I was so aware of a couple of things that make children and adults so different. And one of the things was that children really don't have any issues with self-consciousness. You know, I watched these kids, and it was so funny because they make really silly faces, and they look absolutely ridiculous when they try to do certain things. Certain ones throwing a ball for the first time, and it's like falling on the floor, and they're like tripping over their feet, or when they're trying to swing between the bars, and they have these like funny crunchy faces on. But that didn't stop a single one of them. And I think as adults, we all of a sudden become so aware of what other people are thinking of us that we become afraid to try things. And these kids that weren't afraid to throw the ball and look absolutely ridiculous, or weren't afraid to go across the bars, like, even though they looked silly and it was kind of making me laugh, they were able to do it, and they improved themselves in just a couple of minutes. And I feel like as adults, if we were able to stop worrying about our self-image, we would be able to make so many improvements, which is fantastic. And another thing I realized about them is that they live in the present moment. No kid was sitting and like lamenting about the future or the past, or sitting and just like involved in their own thoughts. They were like blowing bubbles and running up to the ice cream truck and holding hands and just running with nowhere to go. And it wasn't about the destination, and it wasn't about where they were coming from. It was that act of running. And yeah, your nephew does that. It's so great. They just run, and like, the present is all that exists, and they are embracing that more than we do with all our knowledge and experience and everything. And they just were enjoying every little single gift that the present had to offer, and it was incredible. Another thing was that they were all trying new things. And one example of this was that this little boy, who I'd never seen before, literally ran up to my 3-year-old daughter and was like, "Trying to play tag?" And she goes, "Sure." And he goes, "Okay, tag, you're it." And they were off, and they were running, and it became this fun game of laughter and play, and there wasn't a fear of talking to somebody new, and there wasn't a fear of who was going to lose, and there wasn't a fear of this unfamiliarity, because she had never really played tag before. She's only 3 years old, but it was just this openness to experiencing and enjoying life and trying something that was new. And the last thing was that the kids don't ever think about their limitations. There was a rock wall that was like bigger than me. It was like twice my size. And my kid is, I mean, she's tall. She's going to catch up to me soon because I'm only 5'2", but she was like, she's up to here, and she just looks at me and she goes, "Mommy, watch this." And she starts climbing this thing, and I'm having an anxiety attack, but I don't ever show her that. Like, I let her go experience the world, hence why she already has stitches on her chin at age 3, but like, I gotta let her go. Like, she's gonna experience, and she's gonna have it, and she's gonna do it. But in her head, she knew I could do this. Like, I was unsure that she could do it, but I was like, okay, I'm just going to let her try, because I'm not going to hold her back, because that's what holds us back, right? We have these fears and these inhibitions, and we're unsure of ourselves. So when it comes time to do this task, oftentimes we'll fail because we don't believe in ourselves. We don't think big enough for ourselves. And there's so much power in thinking big and not recognizing our limitations as human beings. So I guess sitting in the park and observing, literally this all happened within like a half hour's worth of time, because we were going to dinner with some friends, and it just made me think that we have a lot to learn from our little ones. If you're not a mom or a dad, or you don't have any young kids in your life, I suggest that you find some and like just check it out and learn from them, or figure out somebody who has kids, and figure out how you can evolve yourself based on that mentality of no fear and being a kid and loving life for what it is in every present moment. And that is all. Just really some short thoughts on childhood and love and life. And if you want some more from me, check me out, josettatomei.com or facebook.com/Ryu by Josetta, which is my handle, because I would love to share some good stuff. I share like health recipes, gluten-free, paleo, also vegan, which seems contradicting, but I do that, and a bunch of information on fueling your body, fueling your soul, and just loving your life. So check me out, and I adore you all. Mwah. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.